Hi guys, we're still on exercise 6E and we're looking at a pretty tricky example here. So it's to do with the symmetry values of circular functions and exact values also. And we want to find when x is between pi and 3 pi on 2 and with cos x equals negative sine on pi on 6, we want to find the values for x, and we don't actually want to evaluate sine pi on 6. So we have a rule, and that rule is cos x equals sine pi on 2 minus x. And if you remember from a couple of exercises ago, we talked about this, and we saw that we had a unit circle with 0.8 we used as a value, and alpha, and cos alpha was 0.8. We then said when we flip that triangle, and the 0.8 will become our sine value. So the sine value of pi on 2 minus alpha would be the same as cos alpha. So that's the rule we need to think about when we're doing this question here. So look, here's our unit circle, and here's pi on 2, of course. Now, I've drawn x in here, and I'm trying to look at what sine pi on 2 minus x is here. So pi on 2 minus x is shown by that angle in there. And we can see that the sine value of that is represented by the blue lines, because the sine value is your y value. Let's move on, and we can therefore see that cos x, the rule is, equals sine pi on 2 minus x, and the question tells us that cos x equals negative sine pi on 6. So therefore we can have this relationship, cos x equals sine pi on 2 minus x, which is also equal to negative sine pi on 6. So here it is here, there's our sine value. And I'm going to put it down here into the negative part of where sine is going to be negative. And what I can see there is that sine pi on 2 minus x is going to be equal to sine pi plus pi on 6. So notice that the pi being your half circle, we're then adding on pi on 6, because then we get a negative sine value for that. And that's going to be 7 pi on 6, because 6 pi on 6 is pi, so half the circle, plus your pi on 6, that's 7 pi on 6. We also have pi on 2 minus x is going to be the same. So we're going to get 7 pi on 6. Notice that when we rearrange this, we get x is equal to negative 2 pi on 3. And now, if we add on our 6 pi on 3, because that's 2 pi, we get negative 2 pi on 3 plus 6 pi on 3, which gives us x is 4 pi on 3.